All right, guys, welcome back to another video. Today is a little bit of a different video. As you can see, I'm sitting with one of my students from our coaching program, the Leverage Creator, and this is Hatim.
What up?
Hatim is from Chicago, so he flew all the way out to Scottsdale. He's actually building a new agency and doing a 0 to 10K in 30
0 to 10K. I'm here for about 2.5 weeks. We're trying to do 0 to 10K in 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, and you already started slinging deals on it.
Yeah, we're at about 3K a month, and we've been here for 5 days, or 6 days now. This is our 6th day here.
Crazy. But in this video, we're going to basically talk to Hatim about his experience within our program and also dig a little bit deeper into what he was doing before, kind of the video business that he's been able to build with his partner, and just kind of, go through your background, talk about your past and kind of like how you've gotten to the point that you're at now.
Yeah.
And also talk about, how us as coaches and kind of the program has benefited you and kind of pushed you to get the results that you have. So,
yeah. Fire, let's do it.
Just to kick off, can you just tell us a little bit about your journey before joining this program? What was your monthly income before? And what were you doing before videography?
Yeah. So I joined the program in August, end of August. I started the agency. Our first shoot was January, but our first client we started with, and our first invoice was April. We did 2 months free from. So our first invoice was April. We were doing, from there we got them great results. We signed another client, and our second client that's when we were around 4K a month. Right around August, and that's when I hopped into the program. That's also when I quit my 9 to 5. So that's what
was your 9 to 5?
I was in sales.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in sales. And it was a remote role, so it kind of gave me a little bit of freedom to work on the agency on the side. So once I got that to 4K a month, I quit the 9 to 5, hopped into the program. I was looking at it for a little bit, but obviously working the 9 to 5 and working on the agency didn't have much time. But as soon as I quit my 9 to 5, I knew I wanted to hop in, because in my opinion, I think obviously I didn't go to college, didn't go to school, but I do really think education is important. Yeah. And this was just a way for me to get education in the space that I'm in. So I hopped in, and the next month we did 12.2K.
Okay. So yeah, I want to dive more into that. So since joining, before you were at 4K a month, and you've been able to scale to 12K per month, what specific strategies or actions, like from the mentorship itself and also from yourself, like contributed most to your growth to being able to get to 12K per month?
Am I allowed to cuss on here or no?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. I think one of the first coaching calls I had with Cam, he told me to walk into businesses and have big dick energy. And that's exactly what I did that next month. We walked into a car dealership, the luxury car dealership, walked in, just pitched them, and just like many more, just like calling people, talking to people, building connections, and like really carrying that energy around with me. I think that helped a lot that first month instantly. Just like that mindset shift of like, you know what you're doing, you've gotten great results, and you need to act like it. Yeah. I think, a lot of it was just Cam helping me out mentally when I first started, and then obviously I've learned a lot more from then, but that was the biggest change for me right when I hopped in.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Beyond this financial growth that we've kind of discussed so far, how has your growth personally throughout this journey been? Kind of talk to me about that.
Business-wise or just...
Yeah, especially during the program. Like since you've been in the program, you said August, right?
Yeah.
Kind of talk about like your personal growth, like as far as mindset, habits, things that you've kind of implemented to obviously help with the financial growth, but your personal growth as well.
Yeah. I think it's the same as the first question, just like having that mindset that I know what I'm doing, and, carrying that with me when I'm going to pitch people. Not being scared, not being afraid of walking into businesses, cold calling people, just like building connections with people, not being scared of that, and actually like showing them what I do, not being shy about what I do. And just like I said, just having that energy, carry that around with me is definitely, I still carry that with me now. Like I'll walk into, we walked into like 4 or 5 different dealerships the other day, and it's like, I would not have done that before. I was very much, behind the phone. Like I'll cold call anybody, but actually walk into a dealership and pitch them. That's something that I think my mindset shifted after I joined and talked to Cam and obviously you guys as well. But I also seeing Cam doing it on his YouTube. All of that. I think my biggest mindset shift was just like not being afraid, being confident in my service, being confident in myself.
Because you also know when you come in with that kind of confidence, if you get a no, it's like, okay, I'm just going to the next.
Exactly, 100%. We actually had somebody who walked out on us in a meeting here, and if you mind me telling a quick story, okay, but it's very recent. It literally happened like 2 days ago. We showed up to the meeting, and he just like, whatever happened, he just like walked out on us, shook our hand, 10 minutes in, just walked out on us. And right after that, we went to 4 different dealerships, pitched them on the spot, whatever. And in that dealership, somebody overheard us, called us over. We pitched them, had a meeting with them. I could show you the invoice, $1,800. He just paid it yesterday. That was literally, we met him right after the guy walked out on us.
Was it the one we were talking about last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's freaking crazy. What motivated you before you saw, did you find us from the series? From Cam's YouTube series. Okay, so what kind of talk to me through where you were at that point and kind of what pushed you over the edge to jump into this program?
Yeah, money financially, I had 2 clients. We were about $4K a month. What pushed me was I knew I needed to go all in on this. Like I'm at 2 clients, I'm at $4K a month. If I get 2 more, it's $8K a month. Like, it was like, I know I can do this. Mm-hmm. And again, like I said, I'm a big believer in like education. I think a lot of people like shit on online education and like online courses, but it's like, in my opinion, it's much better than going to, gender studies class, like just random classes that don't prove or show anything. Like if you actually, like I know what you guys are going to be teaching, what you guys are going to be talking about, why would I not hop into something that I know I want to learn about?
Another like fascinating thing that people have talked about, college professors and whatnot, is like they're all middle class average people mm-hmm. that really provide you with no actual knowledge on how to, especially people who have big financial goals. It's like no college professor is driving a Lamborghini.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it was never for me. And yeah, I mean the obviously the mentorship side, and I obviously like I knew the program was newer, and I wanted to get in early so I could get as much hands-on help, because obviously, once you get more students, I just thought about that when I saw it. I knew it was released recently, so I wanted to hop in early. So I was like, I saw one of the YouTube videos. I went to his Instagram. I DM'd him. What's funny is Joe, me and him like grew up. We went to high school together. So he like literally called me at like 12 like midnight when I DM'd Cam, and he was like, "Yo, are you in Cam's DMs right now?" Because I DM'd him like, "Do you do mentorship?" He didn't have anything in his bio. And Joe called me and he was like, "Yeah, I work with them." And I knew Joe, so I was like, "Yeah, let's just like I want to do this." Hopped in, and yeah, it's definitely been one of the best decisions I've made for the business so far.
Yeah, that's amazing. Talk to me about, kind of what you were doing before when you were at 3 to 4K per month. And after you've been in the program for a little bit now, how has your client acquisition process changed or gotten mm-hmm. better?
Okay. I wouldn't say my client acquisition process has changed much. Obviously, I've learned different ways to pitch my service and different ways to price structure my service. When it comes to like actually going to get the clients, I still, I'm doing what I did when I first hopped in, just going and pitching people, just being confident in myself. What has changed is actually like building a business, like building a team. We just hired somebody to help manage some of the pages, and that alone is the only reason I've been able to get any deals this week. Just like having that off my hands, and the only reason I knew how to do that and train that person was because Presley taught me it. And honestly, I wouldn't have even done it if he didn't I don't know if he's gonna post it, but he literally broke it down with me on a one-on-one, and pretty much told me I'm paying myself $8 an hour when I'm doing this posting. And when he said that, it really clicked for me. So I think that changing that has helped me go out and, get more clients. As far as the process, a lot of it's just been like, asking Cam, like, or you, a lot on your calls, just asking like, what do you think about this offer? What do you think? Like yesterday I asked you, how would you follow up? That's stuff I'm still learning, and obviously there's better ways to do that than I do. So as far as getting clients, I think the process is the same, but just like the way I do it, the way I do those conversations or carry myself through those conversations, I think is just evolving every meeting, every call with you guys.
That's awesome. Is there any like specific tools or systems, I guess, that have been game changers in streamlining your workflow that we have kind of talked you through or that you've learned about through us?
We haven't set it up yet, but I'm still learning a lot about your guys' Airtable, and that whole, the flow or the frame, the frame system. Me and my partner were actually talking about setting that up pretty soon. I think once we get that set up, that's when I would really consider ourselves a business. Once we get that process kind of systemized. We haven't set that up yet, but 100% we are going to, and Presley's been really, really good at walking us through that. Me and Tate, we talk all the time, and he just set his up. I actually plan on hopping on a call with him next week at some point to talk to him about how he set it up. As far as systems, no, I mean, I haven't really, it's what I do is very basic right now. Like my editor, I talk to him on WhatsApp.
Okay.
We throw all of our videos in Dropbox. He sends them, my partner sends them to me through a WeTransfer link, and I post them on my phone.
Gotcha.
Now I send them to our other video content manager. But yeah, everything's really simple right now. And like I said, that's why I don't, we're a business, but I think once we get the whole system down, set up the frame, set up the Airtable with our video editors, with our content managers now, yeah, I think that's when. But obviously you guys are going to help me a lot through that.
Yeah.
That's something I don't enjoy doing, and something that I could not be able to do myself. So
sure.
I think that's that. And when I had that first initial call with Cam, that's what I told him. I will need help actually setting this up as a business. I knew, eventually I would get to this point. Obviously I think it would have taken me a little bit longer without you guys, but I knew I was going to get here regardless. But when I got here, what I was looking for is how to actually set this up as a business.
Yeah.
And that's the step I'm at right now. And you guys obviously are helping out a ton.
100%. So as far as the aspect of the program and the community that it kind of offers of other videographers, other video business owners that are looking to get the same kind of mentorship, talk to me about relationships that you've been able to establish with other people within the group. You'd already mentioned Tate.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a few people that, like Johnny,
mm-hmm.
Kyle, and some of these other guys that come to the top of my head when, you join my calls or maybe other coaches' calls that, kind of talk me through the benefits of having access to a community like that and, gaining access to these people that you would have never met had you not joined it.
Yeah, no, I think that's another big reason that I believe in communities and online education is because you're around like-minded people that are building this. Like me and Tate talk all the time because we're in similar places with the business. He's also around 10K a month. He's trying to build out a team. And otherwise, besides that, I have plenty of people. Colin, me and Colin were on a 45-minute call today. He signed a real estate client. He's just asking me a bunch of questions. I did a call. I talked to Aman last week, who also, he wanted to get into real estate and do real estate clients. So, all the time people are hitting me up, and me and Tate are obviously connecting and building with each other. Me and Tate were actually talking about doing a project together. He has somebody here in Arizona who he's connected with. So just having those connections with people in your space, you don't know what doors that's going to open for you. And also, I love being able to help people. So when Colin comes to me or Aman comes to me, what's his name? Dylan, when he comes and asks me questions, it definitely makes me feel better. Just being able to help as well. As far as a community, I think this is by far the best community. I've been in communities before. It's never been this engaging. Even as far as people actually hopping on calls. Our calls are packed. It's 14, 15, 16 people in every call. Any community that I've been in the past, it was nowhere near that. And also engaging in circle. Anybody has a question, they'll get it answered. Like I said, there's not many communities where people are that engaged, and I think you guys do a really good job of keeping people engaged. You guys are doing calls every day, right? Or Saturday too?
Pretty much 6 days of the
Yeah,
week,
yeah. And then Cam has the Bible study on Sunday. Like every day you guys have a call. And I don't know if there's any other community that does that.
I don't think so. I mean, nothing that comes to the top.
Yeah.
But thanks, man. Appreciate that. Something I really want to go into now is the particular detail that you've been able to do this with your iPhone.
This phone right here.
Yeah, literally this iPhone. So I want you to share more and touch more on, client success results that you've been able to produce for clients without like a $10,000 camera rig.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of people have in their mind that you need a $10,000 camera rig to get results, but like just scroll on social media. 90% of the videos you'll watch are shot with an iPhone.
Yep.
Right. So it's like, I don't know where people get that idea. But I always knew like I can get these results with my iPhone. And my first client, the first 3 months, we did like 6 million views for him on TikTok alone. And then people at his company started noticing. We brought on somebody else, and we knew what we were getting into with her because we knew she was a little shy and a little awkward on camera. But we also knew if we get her results, people would really start to pay attention. Yeah. And we did like 300,000 views in the first 2 months, or in the first month, and then like 600,000 views in the first 2 months with her. And again, she was like, just very awkward on camera, very shy, but it was just our concept, our process of actually creating these videos. That's when people really started to notice, and we had honestly too many people hitting us up, and we have to say no to people now, just because we work on that commission structure and don't want to work against ourselves. So yeah, once you understand how social media works, you'll realize you don't need a $10,000 camera. Like you just need to understand why things go viral and how to recreate that.
Yeah, 100%. So how long ago did you leave your 9 to 5?
I quit April, I think, something like that. Yeah, I think actually I quit right before I joined. So August.
I
think August 15th was my last day, and I hopped in like August 22nd or something like that, like literally right after. And the reason I quit was because I didn't have any more days to take off, and we had like 3 shoots. So it was either I quit or I get fired. So
that's why I asked that, because like looking back now, before you quit, could you ever imagine yourself getting to the point where it's like now you have to say no to people?
Yeah.
There's just like this big overflow in your pipeline. Yeah. It's like you don't have that team, that bandwidth to handle that many projects and clients. Yeah. Like, would you ever have thought you would got to that point?
I want to say that I had that confidence in myself, but if I'm being honest, vision, right? I'm being honest, I didn't think it was going to grow this fast. I actually take that back. I feel like we had conversations about this, and after our first client, like I remember being on a call and I'm like, we do this with 5 more people, we're at $20K a month. Like, I think I always had that vision in mind. I remember the first month we worked with Xander, our real estate client, and we were getting him great numbers. We hopped on a call with him. He's like, yeah, I've gotten like 30 leads. They're great quality leads. And for him, he closes 5 of those leads. It's 10, 15K for him. And, it just makes sense for him to pay us at least 3K. Yeah. When I heard that, I was like we're on to something. That's when, I think once I saw those results, I think it got a lot more serious. And I think I was all in after I saw those results.
Crazy. Where do you see you and obviously your partner, where do you guys see yourself in the next 3 to 6 months with this business?
We're definitely aiming high. I think if we're talking 6 months.
Let's talk 6 months.
I think we can get to at least 30 to 50K in 6 months. I think what we need to do is work on our system, our frame and Airtable, like all of that, getting that set up. And once we have that set up, I don't think there's anything stopping us from growing. Like our results are insane, especially the space that we do it in. Like we're not working with, the info product coaches. We're working with, the small businesses and getting them great results, which not many people can do. Like people can get results in certain spaces, but when you look at the spaces we're getting results in, I don't think many people can do that. So just like, I feel like we do separate ourselves in that way. And
gives you leverage when you go approach the next client.
Exactly, 100%. Just like being able to say like, okay, somebody's like, why do you think you can get results for me? I remember saying this to somebody else, like, this real estate client, Xander, I've never made real estate content before that. The first month we did 400,000 views. The second month, another 400, and the third month, like 3 million. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not the niche. It's my process of actually how I get these results. And just being able to say that, I think there's nothing stopping us. I think once we get the system down where we can bring on 3-4 clients and actually manage them and service them, there's nothing like there's nothing.
Because a client who's looking for a result, how are they going to say no to that?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's pretty much undeniable at that point.
Yeah. The only thing stopping us right now is like, I don't want to like bring on 4 clients and not be able to fulfill the service. Yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. Just making sure we get set up in a way where when we do bring on clients, we're actually taking care of them. Once that's over, it's over from there.
It's smart not to bite more than you can chew, you know?
Yeah, I remember Presley and Cam telling the story about how they did that and they had to refund somebody a lot of money. Definitely took that into account when I was thinking about it.
For sure.
And I mean, honestly, like my thing is actually going out and I told you, I started in sales, like actually going out and getting business. But right now I'm organizing the videos, I'm quality checking the videos. Obviously I have my partner's help with everything, but even the both of us, like it's a lot to handle. We're doing, 200 videos every month, maybe 200 short form videos every month. It's like, we're doing that with one video editor and we just brought on a content manager. Otherwise we're doing everything ourselves. So, I think right now we're at a point, brought the content manager on, getting her trained, getting her up to speed, hand off a few more accounts to her. And we just signed 2 clients this week alone. And it was the first week where I haven't had to post on 5 different accounts,
I mean, yeah, it kind of matches up there. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. So if I can just kind of take some of that responsibility off, I don't think there's anything stopped. 2 months ago, what was that? What was Chicago Car Rep? What month was that? 2 months ago, yeah. 2 months ago, I set myself in a way where like, okay, I have 2 weeks and I'm going to have everything taken care of. In these 2 weeks, I'm only going to go out and do business. 3 weeks, I think it was. And in 27 days, I did 10K. It was just going out, like having the time to actually go out.
With your iPhone.
Yeah, with my iPhone. And just like actually having the time to go out and get business, I don't think the only thing stopping me right now is just having the system.
Yeah.
But obviously that's why I'm in here, to learn from you guys and build that with you guys.
So we've kind of gone into depth about, the community aspect of the group. Obviously like the coaching calls, how there's someone pretty much there every day of the week. Something I really want to dive into is kind of the 24 hours of pre-recorded course material that's in there, as well as some of the resources that we have available to our students. Talk to me a little bit about what's helped you the most. Like you just mentioned that you brought on 2 people onto your team. Was there some material in there that kind of helped you with that process?
Yeah.
Go into some of that for me.
Yeah, no, definitely. Throughout the interview process, throughout the, actually finding who to interview process, I hopped on with Presley and he told me, like, he didn't even answer my question. He was like, go to the hiring. Yeah. And that's what I did. And I mean, obviously Presley wouldn't do that if he didn't think it was going to help me. So so I went to the hiring section and watched it, looked at it over, and definitely helped a lot throughout that process. And like, even just like understanding where to go, how to go about it, how to structure it in a way where it makes sense for them and me. That part definitely helped me a lot. I know there's a ton on there, which another reason why, like, there's no reason for somebody to come in here and not succeed. Like it's all labeled for you. Like you have all of this material. And it's like, if you're taking this seriously and you're taking this as seriously as some of these people take their college classes, like, there's no reason for you to not learn and not grow. Landing your first client, there's plenty of people who can do that in their first month or 2 if they come in and take that serious.
I know we discussed the process of you starting at 3 to 4K per month and scaling all the way to 12K per month with just your iPhone. Something I feel like I left out within that was your prior experience with this. And And I'm pretty sure that you have prior experience with sales. And I kind of just wanted to get a further understanding on how you were able to leverage your previous sales experience, along with no prior experience with videography specifically, and helping in that process of, obviously getting to 12K a month. Talk to me about that.
No videography, no experience at all. I honestly, I still couldn't tell you how a camera works. I couldn't. I barely, like Michael will tell you. Like I'll ask him. I'll like try to vlog, and I have to ask him like, how do I hit the record button? Like, where's the record button? Because we're trying to film the trip to Arizona, but I literally don't know how a camera works. So I have no videography experience. What I will say is, I did watch a lot of Iman Gatsi back in high school. And I did like the agency model a lot. I tried a Facebook ads agency before. It didn't go very well, but I like that model a lot. So just like as I was doing my 9-to-5 sales job, I was always thinking about this specifically. I did try it with one of my friends, and it just like didn't go well. Like I just failed completely. But from that, like I was able to learn, okay, what do I need to do? How do I research the right content? How do I actually create viral content? And that's when I started looking into, like, all the information you need is on YouTube. Yeah. Like anybody can just go on YouTube and figure out, okay, how do videos go viral? Like what's the structure of videos? What's the script that what's the frame of the script that goes viral? Like just learning all these different things is what I think I jumped into first. Once I got experience in that, I was very confident in my skills. I don't think I needed any confidence in my videography skills, because at the end of the day, that's not, in my opinion, that's not what helps videos go viral. So I did get experience, not really experience, but I did do self-education in the, just the social media space. Yeah. And I think that gave me confidence to just go out there. But I wouldn't say like I'm a social media genius. I still feel like I have very basic knowledge that anybody can go online and learn. So again, this is a space that anybody can do. If you just like put your mind to it and actually put in the work and go out there and meet people and build connections. Everybody knows somebody that has a business, and they probably aren't doing very well on social media. So just like go out there, help people out. And, who doesn't want to make TikTok and Instagram videos for a living? Like it's the coolest thing to be able to, like, what do you do for a living? And I literally tell people I make TikTok videos. Like it's just such a, I don't know. It's funny, but it's also like such a cool feeling, like being able to say, everybody's like, oh, I'm in a corporate 9-to-5 job. And I'm like, I literally just make videos.
We're experiencing like a real tech revolution as far as careers, opportunity. Yeah. That, even our parents before us didn't really have the opportunity to experience. It's actually crazy.
I think also just in the marketing space, like a lot is like, I feel like the organic side of content is just like going crazy right now. And I think it's only going to grow more, because I feel like eventually people are going to get tired of seeing the ads on their, in their face. Right. So that's why, that was another reason, like I saw an opportunity, and I do see the space just growing exponentially in the next 10, 15 years. So, I'm in this for the long run. Like I want to build this agency to 100, 200, 250,000 a month agency. And I do think we can get there. So I mean, I had that vision, I think, as soon as I had those results with the first client.
100%.
Yeah. Because I mean, when you break it down, like 50K is what, 25 clients? It's nothing crazy. 25 isn't that big of a number. Yeah. So when you break it down like that, I think it helps a lot. And just like having that confidence in that vision, I didn't need any experience. I was just ready to go.
So let me ask you this: if someone was on the fence of thinking about joining this program, maybe they have some limiting beliefs or whatever it is that they're thinking in their head, what would you say to someone who's on the fence about joining?
I think if you're serious about it and you hop in, there's just no, like, you have somebody to talk to every day. If you have any questions, you have somebody you can hop on and ask questions any day of the week. It's like there's no reason for you to not succeed. And if you're actually going out there and doing the thing, you are going to have questions. When you have those questions, you're going to come back and ask, and you're going to get those questions answered. And maybe I'm not the best, the best example, since I did have a few clients before I hopped in, but there's plenty of people who I see come in who land their first client. Colin, he just landed his first client. He was talking to me about that today. So I mean, I think like I said, if somebody hops in and they actually want to do it and they show up, there's absolutely no reason for them to not find success. And so it's a space where, like, the reason I like this space is because there's so many people that need help.
Yeah.
There's so many business owners who
It's still early, bro.
It's still so, like, when did Instagram come out? Like 2012 something? Yeah. I mean, these business owners don't, like, we grew up on this. We understand it. But these business owners, like, it came out when they were 40, 30, 40. Like, they don't understand it at all. But that's why,
because video has become such a dominant aspect. It is video dominant.
Yeah, and you can do it with this. Like, this camera.
These are good enough now, bro.
More than good enough. Yeah, it's like you don't even need. All you need to do is understand how to actually, one, research the space and create the viral content. And that's all, and that's not very difficult to learn.
Well, cool. I feel like that's all I needed. Thanks for taking the time to do this interview with me. I know you came from all the way from Chicago, so
yeah, of course.
Nice to meet you. And
of course.
Yeah, it was.
What's that?
You were cooking there.
I was cooking.
You were cooking, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.